Hello everyone, my name is Tanchinka BC 90075. Here I will present research operational plan for quantitative research for Group 5. Group Project 1, the research area is people environmental behavior within organization. Purpose research study is the effect of harmonious environmental pressure on the environment culture. So the research issue is there's an interesting rule of cognitions in actuality between the challenging behavior and maternal well-being. There's no specific measure to investigate parallel or demanding behavior. So the second one is not engaged in pro-environmental behavior because they believe they cannot make a difference or because they're concerned with the short-term reward. So for the research problem, the effect of option ownership on employee productivity negligible and the results are generally consistent. We show that incentive effect is it for high employment employees, but it's negligible for low employment employees. There is no discrimination by gender between higher and the lower education. And for option to not employee plan to exercise the option to not affect incentive. And for the second problem is there's an effect of multi-role conflict on the employee performance and no effect of workplace stress on employee performance and conflict whatever. The variety of role and stress at workplace have a major impact on productivity of female employees. For the research gap, practical gap is a limitation by focusing the industry sector in Asia. Theoretical gap is a cannot be found in many journal and article, but only a few articles discussing about environmental behavior in higher education. Both for the general objective of the study, in general, this is focusing on human environmental behavior within business and identify the harmonious implementation on environmental culture. The most effective solution for resolving the environment culture issue. So for the research question is what the effect of harmony environmental pressure on the environment culture. Research objective is to investigate the effect of harmonious environmental pressure on the environment culture. The significance of the study for the theoretical is for the future research to gain better understand. And due to lack of research article of environmental behavior, it was completely conducted via email and face-to-face invitation. For practical significance, this research can be implemented as a committee that are profound enough to effect the significant change in environment culture. It will be easy to heal and prevent resist and ethnic tension if we study environment behavior from the culture perspective. Move on to group project 2, and that's all from me. Let's move on to next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi to madam and my fellow friend. Okay, my name is Abdul Mukrim bin Zulkafli, metric ID PC19003. Okay, today I want to present about the PLS part model, and this is the PLS part model for the effect of harmonious environmental passion for the environment culture on people environment behavior within organization. From this model, we can interpret data as input for indicator in the hypothetical PLS part model. The data for the measurement model has been obtained from a response in survey question. The item for the observation is listed in the first column, while left column is the column for the questionnaire. The structure model includes indicator that is consistency of HEP and EC. The number available in this model show that the outside loading value are more than 0.4.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hafizuddin bin Muhammad Jaafar. My metric number is PC19074. So I will present about sample. For the sample is we use simple random sampling technique. And first of all, we define the size of the population, and the population are around 200 people, and only 52 respondents that who have submitted the answer. We have then distribute the question with 52 totals of respondents for employee in human resource. The profile of respondent can describe from demographic respondent as our respondent to meet our goal. That was gender, religion, ethnic, age, and many others who answer all the questions about the effect of harmonious environmental passion on the environment, culture in Ministry of Human Resource. So for the conduct validity is, if you can see the previous slide about smart PLS model, I think that is figure 1. So figure 1 and table 3, uh, the original of PLS model as well as the auto loading value. So figure 1 demonstrate that the outside loading value are more than 0.4, and table 3 show that the EC value of composite reliability is 0.934, and the AVE value is 0.702. Finally, the HEP value for composite reliability is 0.945, and the AVE value is 0.683. These data in table 3 are valid and dependable since they meet the condition. So based on our data analysis, the auto loading should be more than 0.4. The accepted average should be greater than 0.5. The composite reliability must be greater than 0.7. They are for models that are both valid and dependable. Measurement item with high auto loadings imply that they are convergent on a common construct. I think that's all for me. Thank you.
Continue with my part, which is type of analysis. So for our group, we use quantitative analysis, which is technique that uses mathematical and statistical modeling, measurement, and research to understand behavior. Quantitative analysis present reality in terms of a numerical value. And then we will go with the software. We use software which is SmartPLS3, IBM SPSS, which is T-Test, and G-Power. These are our steps of data analysis and the outcomes. For step 1, the questionnaires distribution via email. And for step 2, we use data screening, which is T-Test. For step 3, we analyzing data by building a pivot table for sorting and filtering data through different variables in Microsoft Excel. Step 4, we construct initial PLS space model and modified PLS space model. Then construct, we explain and interpret descriptive statistic and normality statistic assessment. For step 5, we discriminant validity, and for step 6, hypothesis testing, which is using bootstrapping in the structural model assessment to test the hypothesis. These are the outcomes. For step 1, we managed to receive 53 responses, and for step 2, we checking data and ensuring the data is usable, reliable, and valid before conduct further statistical analysis. For step 3, the data are arranged, sorted, and filtered for further statistical analysis. For step 4, PLS space model was constructed and descriptive statistic and normality statistic were interpreted. For step 5, discriminant validity determines if the model's construct are significantly related with one another. For step 6, the results of hypothesis 1 shows that there is a significant relationship between environmental culture support towards harmonious environmental passion for the environment. That's all from us. Thank you.